Hello everyone, my name is Shikochi Uhara and I'll be discussing adaptive leadership. So adaptive leadership is sometimes misunderstood, and people may think that it focuses more on the leader, when in this case it focuses more on the followers. So adaptive leaders typically serve as a resource to their followers and help facilitate change in an environment, whether that be new procedures, new policies, or just transitioning to a different building or different work environments or equipments and things of that nature. There are six behaviors of adaptive leadership, and that includes maintaining regulating stress, maintaining disciplined attention, getting on the balcony, identifying adaptive challenges, giving work back to the people, and protecting the leadership voices from below. All those encompassed describe an adaptive leader. Some challenges of adaptive leadership are situational, adaptive, technical, and a blend of technical and adaptive. One example that I will use will be a technical challenge. So, technical challenge is typically if there's a problem, the leader will serve as a resource for their followers to address that problem. For example, I'm a labor and delivery nurse, so on our unit there's this big machine that we put in our ORs to calculate quantitative blood loss. Quantitative blood loss, QBL, has been a method of measuring blood loss for a while, but is now being more focused on and becoming the more accepted form of estimating or of calculating a blood loss rather than estimating a blood loss, just to get the exact number amounts of or the exact CC amount of how much blood a mother loses during a cesarean section. So this machine just looks intimidating. So needless to say, we just had lots of issues trying to operate it. So going to our leadership team, our manager did a really good job of trying to identify the issues, which is what adaptive leaders do. They try to identify the main issues and see what's the best course of action to take and how to address the problem. So if it was more of a technical issue or user/human error, um, uh, they would kind of go off of that and try to figure out. So if it was more of a technical issue, then the manager would address, or the APRN would address that on the technical side and try to escalate that to a higher level to see to see how it could be fixed quickly, because it's more cost effective if we could use the machine rather than being out of commission or us not being able to use it. If it's more of human error, then the APRN or the manager could facilitate or try to create super users, so people who are experts in using this machine, and then they can go teach everyone else, the other staff members, how to utilize the machine so that it can actually be functional. So as an APRN, it doesn't always necessarily have to be on the managerial side of things. It could also just be, a patient to provider interaction. So it's putting the patient in charge of their care. It's helping them adapt to the changes. So, for example, as a midwife, I want to empower my patients to, take charge of their care. I want them um, to adapt to the different changes, whether that be, an emergency C-section or something's going on with their baby. I want them to be clear lines of communication, and I want them to understand the challenges and what's to come forth. So my question to you guys is, out of the 6 behaviors of an adaptive leader, which do you think you would need? Which one do you think you would need to develop on the most to be an overall well-rounded adaptive leader?